Welcome to Rhonda here with Foods 101. Today I'm going to show you how to make the 7-layer magic cookie bars. My family and I have been making this recipe since the 1970s. It's great to take for a potluck, a family gathering. It serves a lot and it's absolutely fantastic. Now I got the recipe here from the back of the Eagle brand Sweetened condensed milk can, and if you don't find it on the back of the can, you can find it on their website. The ingredients you're going to need to make these is a 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. Your graham crackers come like this in a pack. It's usually 3 in a box, and I take them and put them in a plastic bag and I just start crunching them down till I make crumbs. And if you want to use a food processor, you may do that too. I've got 1 cup of chopped peanuts, and these are the peanuts I use. I like to use them fresh, and I chop them with a chef's knife. And if you want to add this to the food processor, you may do that as well. 1 cup of butterscotch chips, 1 1/3 cups of sweetened shredded coconut, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. If you want to use milk chocolate chips or dark chocolate chips, you may do that. And 1/2 cup of butter, along with some spray for your 13 by 9 inch pan. Now first, let's get the graham crackers and the butter mixed together. While my butter's melting over low heat in a saucepan, I've taken parchment paper and I've cut a piece just to lie across the 13 by 9 inch pan here, and I'm going to use a spray. We're going to give the bottom a little spray because you do not want these cookies sticking to your pan, and I promise you they will if you don't spray your pan. You're going to spray also the parchment paper. Once your butter's melted, you're going to add your graham cracker crumbs into the butter, and with the fork, give it a lovely little whisking. You're probably thinking, can I melt the butter in the microwave? Yes, just make sure that you keep your eye on the butter and don't let it get too hot. All my graham cracker crumbs have coated evenly with that butter. Now let's bring back that 13 by 9 inch prepared pan, and we're going to add the graham cracker crumbs right here into the bottom. Make sure you get it all out of your pan. And with the fork, we're going to evenly spread it out. I like using, and I'm going to get the rest of it here out of the pan. I like using this. It's a little spatula. You can spread it out evenly on the bottom and just use this to pat it down. It works just perfectly. And the more I cook and bake, I learn all these handy dandy little tips that makes the process go a lot faster and a lot easier. Next, we're going to evenly add that evaporated milk. Oh my gosh. It has been a long, super long time since I've had these. Now, I love these little baby spatulas because you're going to be able to get all that sweetened condensed milk out of the can and kind of gently spread it from corner to corner. That looks absolutely super duper perfect. Now the coconut, and you're going to add it evenly here onto the top of your graham cracker crust and your sweetened condensed milk. And oh my golly, do I have fond memories of these bars. And believe me, they are magical. Anywhere you take them, they're gone in a New York minute, or maybe a nanosecond these days. Now my butterscotch chips, a layer of those. Oh yeah, don't forget the corners because we love those corners too. Now your chocolate chips. Oh yeah, just make sure they're evenly distributed. All right, and the last layer are the peanuts. Now, if you want to use pecans or walnuts, you may do that too, but there's just something magical about using these regular Spanish peanuts. They're a little salty, but if you want to go without the salt, that's fine if you're watching your sodium. Do this. I'm going to take a fork and make sure everything's distributed evenly here on the top. And I'll tell you, with these peanuts, when that chocolate melts and the butterscotch chips melt, it's like eating chocolate covered peanuts. We're just gonna mash this down into that evaporated milk. I'm just gonna punch it down in there. Now this goes in the preheated oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's gonna bake for the next 30 minutes. So off to the oven it goes. Oh my lads. 7-layer magic cookie bars have completed baking. Now I'm gonna let them cool here on a rack for the next 2 to 3 hours. I'll cut into it, taste it, and tell you what they're like. Ooh, yummy. I've had my 7-layer magic cookie bar cooling at room temperature for about an hour, and then oh yeah, this is going to come out of here very nicely, and we'll do this end, and then I put it in the refrigerator for an hour. Now around the edges where you don't have your parchment paper, you're just going to use a knife and go around the edge, and it should lift right out just like this. Oh yeah, look how fantastic that is. Oh my, it smells so yummy. With the chef's knife, yep, chef's knife, I'm gonna start cutting it into squares. And I'm gonna start here. It should go in very nicely because it's not too cold. So it should cut really beautifully. Now you can have this chilled for a little bit longer, and then we'll cut it this way over to the edge. Oh my mercies. These are going to be absolutely spectacular, everybody. And I want you to look on the inside. Wow, those are absolutely spectacular, and I'm going to give it a try. Those butterscotch chips are coming through with that semi-sweet chips, and the nuts. It tastes like chocolate covered nuts. And of course the coconut and the graham cracker layer makes this 7-layer magic cookie bar spectacular, y'all. Absolutely delicious. You're not gonna be disappointed with this. Just had to come down here and show you what they look like. Oh yeah, it is one fantastic magical bar. You wanna go to a potluck, if you wanna go to an anniversary, if you wanna go to a birthday party, a pool party, these are perfect magical bars to take with you. Thanks a million for watching, you all. Give me thumbs up, leave me a comment, share the video, and I'll catch you all next time.